Sometimes the boldest thing you can do is to refuse to accept your destiny. But once you made that commitment to that refusal, you can't second guess it or look back. Or you risk ruining the very thing that you're fighting for. In the story of Orpheus in the underworld, Orpheus refuses to accept the death of his new young bride, Eurydice. And so he does what's in his control. He just happens to be the world's most accomplished musician, praised even by the gods. And so he uses this ability to be able to pass through the gates of hell, to pass by the many-headed dog Cerberus, charms his way right to the throne of Hades himself, and with his music persuades Hades of his cause. And Hades agrees to let Eurydice leave hell on one condition, that Orpheus will lead her out and she will follow, but he must not look back until they are both out of the shades of hell and in the daylight. As he's walking, he starts to second guess. He starts to wonder whether he could trust Hades, whether he could hear Eurydice stumbling. Is she still behind him even? So at the point at which he steps out into the sunlight, he can't resist but to turn around and to see Eurydice, who's still in the shade. And so watches as she is pulled back into the underworld. So what can we learn from this story? Well, the first thing to note is that Orpheus has the ability to defy destiny, to change his wife's fate. And that agency is the agency of, well, human beings, is the agency of determination, the agency of defying what might seem impossible. And in doing so, he manages to get what he wants. But his tragedy is that just at the peak of his success, just at that moment when he could have just waited a little bit longer, he, well, suffered and was weakened by his own second-guessing, his own fears. Now this reminds me of a quote that's often attributed to Goethe, although I understand it's probably not by him. But in any case, it goes like this. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, that ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. The moment that one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that never otherwise would have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision raising in one's favour. All manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would come his way. Whatever you can do, or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has power and magic in it. Begin it now. And to perhaps add more from the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, if you have begun fighting against destiny and fate, don't look back.